Tune, guys. Let me know if you guys have any questions. So again, it's your boy Kobe Rising. It's coming for you, it's coming for you, it's coming for you, it's coming for you. Oh Lord, do not forget the gorillas. Everyone know we the realest, a bunch of go-getters. I bet you can tell I'm the illest. You don't need your fingers to feel it. You know I can straight spit, knock you out with a lady hit. Feel like I'm the one, like I'm Neo, but this is the real life, not the Matrix. I'm about to go ape shit. Ain't no gotta roll out. I know gotta roll out, yeah. I know gotta roll out, yeah. I roll on to let's roll it, baby, let's light it, get high, oh yeah.
Yeah. Come on, man. You already know
up that top, yeah, she roll it up in that fire, yeah. Right, she talking about what we doing. Come back into the bedroom, show you what a real nigga do.
We're about to just turn it up real quick. Wait a minute.
Yeah, and she doing what I do when she doing.
Let's slow it down. Slow it down real quick, y'all. What it do? It's your boy Kobe. Rise and rise. We back at it again with a banger. You dig what I'm saying? Matter of fact, let's put a break in it. And we back. Shout out to my man Ernest, always tapping in with your boy. Man, everything is going great, my brother. I hope you are doing blessed and highly favored as always, dog. Hey, man, make sure if y'all watching this right now, hit a like, get in the comments, comment, rock with me, talk to me if y'all have any questions. Tap in. I'm going to try to answer as many questions as I can as I go because, yes, today is indeed the day because God is jacked. You dig? Hey, man, how y'all liking the fit, man? Y'all liking this? Y'all know red is my favorite color if y'all didn't know that. So, I'm going to make sure I rock my red. Indeed, my brother, I am. Amen. Indeed, my brother. And I hope you keep striving and I hope you stay blessed and keep growing. And matter of fact, I'm going to dedicate this show to you. That's right, Ernest. I'm dedicating this show to you, man, because we're going to talk about something that is very important. And if you guys follow me, then you would understand that I did a post today. And the post was about religion. I know it's very, very important, very important. So if you guys didn't look at my post, shout out to my man Trey Diggs, dog. He talked about a controversial topic, and he spoke about how the body is the temple. So if you understand Christianity, then you understand the words of your body is a temple for your spirit, and that's in 1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 16 through 17. All right. So you treat your temple with respect as you treat your body with respect, leading the correlation of your body is thine temple. So even if you're not religious, you can probably still get some gain from this. I grew up in the church, so I understand this thing tremendously. It's part of the reason why I work out. You have, wherever you go is the temple of God. And this is where you carry your temple is your body. So You want to make sure that you are implementing amazing, not perfect, but as perfect as you can get into yourself. And I don't just necessarily mean the food, and I do mean food too, but it's everything. It's what you read, it's what you write, it's what you speak. And I know we're about to get a little bit of church in because I don't want to go too far. I'm not a pastor. I let the pastors do that. But we know Jesus didn't talk that much. But if you understand that correlation, he spoke when he needed to speak. He understood the word and the power of the tongue. All right. So understand, if you can understand that, then you can understand that what you put into your body, what you put into your mind, and what you put into your spirit is something that's so profound and powerful. Some of us may not necessarily understand what it means from a physical plane. All right. What's going on, JG? Love from the 75. Man, I'm going to just give a shout out. I'm going to leave that comment right there on the screen. Shout out to the 75 challenge. Everybody's getting some results in there. I just checked the chat. We got some people already getting to their goals. It's already been a month. We have 30 days out the way, getting it going. So if y'all not a part of this thing, make sure y'all be a part of this thing. What up, Jay? What's going on, boss? You know we getting deep today. Hey, man, I hope you got your flippers with you. I hope you got your scuba gear with you, because we about to dive deep. You dig? We about to dive in deep. But I don't want to take up too much of the intro, man. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing okay. As you can see, I sprained my thumb, so I got a splint in right now. It's not going to stop us from the grind. That just means I can use some exercise in my left hand. So, yeah, I'll be doing some things in my left hand that I haven't done. So now I can increase that body-mind correlation. Yes, sir. Shout out to my man Jabari, man. Shout out to David Goggins 2.0. February is now here. Let's keep building. And you know we building, bro. We know we're building, man. And I'm going to hit you after this too, man. Man, we got so much to talk about, y'all. God is jacked. Why do I say God is jacked? Well, I say that because there's a meaning behind it, right? God walks with his people, all right? We were told that Adam and Eve were made in God's image. You know, there's images of ancient gods. You know, they took form of idols placed in ancient temples, right? So when you think about that, think about the thumbnail picture that I put up. It's in the eye of the beholder, and they always paint these pictures of these giants, these statues. If you look at Egypt, Thoth, Ra, all these different Egyptian gods, right? They are super, super tall. They're super, super big because it's in the eye, right? They always have this image of just these. Even look at the Greeks. I'll pause there. Look at the Greeks. All these guys are like super jacked, and these are the ones like Zeus, you know, Hermes, all these different people, Hercules. They're just, you know, just super huge, right? But their ideal is that they're physically strong, they're mentally stable, calm, and you see that as a person you would idolize, right? So again, it goes into the fact of the building is where a place where God's people could be in his presence, preparing them to become that holy presence on earth. The crucial role in God's plans to dwell with humanity, identifying as, and we're going to put it as Christianity, right? So as a Jesus follower, right, your role is the same. So your body is a temple of God's temple. So now put great things into your body. We're talking about food. You want to make sure that you're putting the absolute best thing in the body for you, which is you want to put high quality foods in your body. Well, what's high quality foods? And let's relate it to today's time. That's related to today's time of like your fruits, your vegetables, organics, nothing that's fake, something that's real, something that's honest, and quite frankly, something that's from God. And so that's what you want to digest and ingest into your body, because we know it's going to fuel you into the best possible person. And it's our responsibility, because God also gave us free will and gave us choice. So we have the choice of intaking the best quality of food, but we also have the choice to put in the least quality food. And every single thing that you digest is going to give you some type of result, good or bad, what have you. That doesn't matter. What it is you get a result regardless, but God's free will gives you the choice. And just like religion, you don't have to follow any religion. You have the choice to do that. You have also the choice to be rewarded, as so you have the choice to fail. These are results that tend to happen based on the actions that we have. Look at school. When you're in school, if you study hard for a test, the result, you either pass or you fail. I know some of y'all study hard for a test and still fail. Well, and maybe because there was something that's missed there, right? But the point is you still do something to get the reaction. But I guarantee you, if you continue to learn and you continue to strive, the result actually tends to get better and better and better and better versus someone who doesn't do anything. They're going to fail. And they're probably going to choose to fail and continue to fail because they're not doing anything different to get them a different outcome. Shout out to my man Ernest. That's why God created the fruits and vegetables that we must consume every day according to Genesis, my man. So look that up. I'm going to leave that there, right there, pin it right there so everybody can watch it. Go look at that scripture and you'll understand. And even in Genesis, it talks about herbs are for healing of the nations, for the people. So if that's the case, then we probably should digest some of those herbs. But here's the thing. Most of us aren't taught that because Western medicine necessarily doesn't say herbs. Like you can't go to the you can't go to the pharmacy and say, hey, I need some herbs to make me feel better. They're going to look at you and say, no, you need a prescription for this chemical. And, I don't want to go down that path, but you can understand what I'm saying without actually saying it. Right. So anyway, just understand that. We'll put a pin, we'll move to the side. So from a physical perspective, you want to do the actions and do the things that are going to propel you and fuel you to that next level. So digesting good things. Next is to actually do the good things. So now let's get to the next topic of faith without works is dead. So what that means is you can talk the talk, but you need to walk the walk. So if you're going to have a better outcome, let's say if we're working out, you can say we're going to work out, but now it's time to do the work because that's where the blessing comes in. God helps those who help themselves. And if faith without work is dead, then you need to put the work in. So if you're going to put that work in, yeah, you want to make sure you're in adequate shape so you can be in average shape or you can go above the grain and be in godly shape. Because again, if we're in God's image, if you look at those statues in Egypt and Greece, and I'm using those as an example, but you can look at the Mayan, the Aztecs, those were cut. They were cut up. They weren't average looking. They were pretty jacked. Like they were fast. They were strong. You hear stories about Hercules being one of the strongest ever to do it, right? So they do this for a reason because, again, it is just put in the perspective of, and I'm not calling them God, but what I'm saying is I'm using it as a reference point to say, if it's in God's image, why not put yourself in that high category? Because, again, that's what we're supposed to do. If you're going to look as a Christian role, if you identify yourself as a Jesus follower today, your role is the same. Jesus did the best that he could on this physical plane. So it is your job to also do the best you can on this physical plane. There used to be a building in the hill of Jerusalem. It's called Solomon's Temple. And the Bible is narrated to devote a significant portion to that construct or deconstruct. And so what I'm saying also is the building is important. So then if the building is important and if the body is the temple, then the body is important. So look at Solomon. Solomon did the best he could. Solomon had all the women. He did the best he could as far as the looks perspective, and he was a leader to his people and everything. So you want to make sure that you put yourself in a high regard because, again, this is where you want to be. So yeah, if you think about it, God is jacked. He did the best he could, right? So you want to make sure you have great amount of muscle. You want to make sure your speed is there. God gave you tendons, he gave you joints, he gave you muscle for a reason. So yeah, you can be average, but you can also take it a step further and do the best you can. And you should want to do the best you can because there's stories. And even though it doesn't matter what religion you are, you can look at history. History repeats itself, and there's different stories about these specific people that were so great. And it is your job to be great just like them. unless you see yourself as inadequate, because again, it's just like we were talking about before. You have the right and the free will to make a choice. You can choose to fail, or you can choose to pass and do the great works of what somebody put you here to do. And your free will is to choose that. You don't have to do any of this stuff, but God helps those who help themselves. So if you help yourself and want to do better and go all out, God gonna bless you regardless if you going at it the right way. And this is what I say: the body is thine temple. It's just like the Israelites who shift, who drift, who wander away from the Lord, a cycle of wandering, being delivered by God, and doing the same thing over and over again. Come on now. You have to be obedient to yourself. Don't get distracted. It's not boring when you're on a conquest to continue to be great. It's always a journey. It's fun. It's supposed to be fun, not boring. And people have this misguided look when it comes to just growth in general. People think growth is boring when you're doing the same thing every day. And it's not necessarily that. It's keeping a discipline every day to strive and be better, because you know every day is different. We don't even know if we're going to be here tomorrow, but when you are here today, tomorrow, whenever, you're supposed to give your all no matter what. Some days it rains, some days it doesn't. You're going to do things differently, but you're still going to have to strive. It's not boring. It's just the way you look at life. That's the way I look at it. So you can wander, get in trouble, cry out, and you understand the universe hears you and it delivers whatever cycle you repeat to yourself. So if you continue to cry out, you continue to wander, you continue to look at yourself as a less than or anything like that, the universe listens to you and it just reflects back what it is that you put out there to the world. So if you're going to put yourself out there, make sure you put your best foot forward for you to get that. Man, y'all don't hear me, man. Come on. Y'all don't hear me today. Y'all don't hear me today. Hey, man, put a like in the comment real quick. Make sure y'all put a like in there. Put your emojis in there. If y'all watching this right now, share it out to at least 1 to 2 people. Get the information out, because I know somebody has been inadequate today. Somebody has. God showed us the good food because he put it in this world for us. It makes us feel better. We achieve a great goal of weight loss when we eat the good food. Sometimes we get distracted and we go to our addictions, because why? That's what we're used to. Don't get distracted and don't get addicted by something that's out of this godly world. Keep yourself in the God form and do what is necessarily that's here for us. Don't exhaust yourself, but be in the present moment. Do what is right, what's here on this earth, and continue that work. But have fun with it. And that's how you want to look at this stuff. That's how you want to look at it. You want to always have a good time no matter what you do. And I'm going to put this comment back. Shout out to JG, because the challenge, the 75 challenge that we're doing, y'all, is amazing. We're getting to our goals. We're keeping it. And it's not just about working out. We also read passages. You're supposed to read 10 pages a day of a book that you're supposed to read. And that's supposed to keep you accountable. And that doesn't necessarily mean stop at 10. You know, it's at least 10. But you can get more. But the point is, you want to build and learn something, but continue to learn and strive and be better, because every day is not perfect. We're always imperfect people, okay? We always strive to get as perfect as we can, but we're not perfect. I was just actually told a story today, and I want to share it with you guys. When you think about a Persian rug, and put this in the comment section, because I want to see if we're on the alignment. If you know what a Persian rug is, when you think about the word Persian rug, what does that mean to y'all? I'm going to give y'all a couple of seconds to put that in the comments. When you hear the word the Persian rug, what does that portray to you? When you hear the word Persian rug, what does that portray to you? Somebody put that in the comment section real quick. It's going to be good. It's something I was told today, but it put things in perspective for me. The Persian rug. I don't have quite some time, but my thoughts about a Persian rug was, a Persian rug is expensive and it's almost perfect. The Persians understand that. So what they do is they purposely luxury. Thank you. I said the same thing. Luxury, perfection. So when you hear the word Persian rug, you automatically think luxury. You got it made. You got a Persian rug. You doing big things, right? The Persians purposely put an imperfection inside the rug, but they don't tell you about it. But if you look at it, do you know what that imperfection is? I don't think you do. You can look at that Persian rug and you may think, man, that thing looks perfect, but the Persians purposely put imperfection somewhere in that rug that you don't know about. So what does that mean? I mean, it can mean a lot of different things. It can mean a lot of different things. But it goes to show you that you can look at somebody and you can't tell where the perfection is, but just know that there is a perfection there. Just can't find it. Take that, what I'm saying to you, and understand that we're not perfect. Every day is going to be a day where you don't feel like doing anything. Some days you don't feel godly. Some days you feel inadequate. Some days you may not feel like luxury. But it's all right, because again, you still a Persian rug. There is an imperfection in there. Ain't nobody found it. And even if you did find it, does that make it less luxury? I don't think so. I don't think so. So what I'm saying to you is, you that Persian rug that is imperfect, even on those days where it's imperfect, well, you give your all no matter what. And this is what I'm saying. Even in the days that you don't feel great, you still show up, even in your imperfection. Be the Persian rug that is imperfect. Hey, y'all, I have an imperfection over here. Embrace that. Embrace it. Like Ernest says, have faith. Have faith and always continue to do the work and keep that faith as your forefront, because that's going to save you. Because again, the body is thine temple. So walk and talk as in the same path as the one that's godly for real. Don't get distracted. Don't get tempted. Of course, you're going to get think about it. If y'all like oh man, let me think about something. My favorite dessert is a cheesecake and red velvet cake, man. Listen, put a cheesecake and a red velvet cake in front of me, man. It'd be close to deny it. I've done it before because I have strong will. But boy, that's hard to deny, man. You get a good little piece of that red velvet cake or that sweet potato pie, cheesecake. But I say this, it tastes better than the fruit, but God put the fruit here. So stay aligned with that. And on those days where you're not perfect, yeah, we're not perfect. But don't get in a cycle where you're continuously crying out for the help, because now all the universe is going to do is mirror that unhealthiness to you. So don't let that be the forefront. Always keep that godly nature about you and show it and show up. There was a church song, y'all probably know it, that I grew up listening to. It was Show Up, Show Up. I know y'all, if y'all grew up in a Baptist church, I know y'all know that song. Show up in the evening, show up in the morning, show up. Man, we had church today, man. Come on. Y'all know that song, man. But I'm telling you that because that's what the universe listens to. You're going to have to show up and show out. My granddaddy used to say, he from the show me state. You're going to have to show me what's going on. So I said to say this. Feed yourself, not junk. Feed yourself what is godly and put that and digest that into your body. You'll be jacked because you're going to be overindulgent in something that's going to get you prepared and get you there, and you'll thrive from that. You work out, you see results of being stronger. You'll be able to do things you couldn't do because you're doing the right thing. You're doing the right thing. You're eating the right food, so you're not out of shape. You're in shape because it fuels the body with what the body needs, and you can do great things. You run faster by doing the right type of workouts for your body, and you eat the right foods to keep you lean and keep you fast and keep your heart racing, your organs aligned so you can do great things. You're able to filter out negativity better. You're able to filter out the bad foods, and you're able to heal yourself all through what you digest and detox out, because again, we have to have a waste system that works profoundly. So get rid of the waste to help you feel better so you can continue to do great things. So yeah, get jacked for your body because that's the godly nature. That's John P. Key. You dig? Ernest know what's going on. So I say that to say this, my people, and we're gonna go let you go because we got some things to do. But always put yourself up there in godly nature because that's what you're here to do. There are statues, there are symbols, there are different guys and everything. And even whatever you believe is what you believe, it doesn't matter. But the point is there's stories and there is a repeated history that shows you the path. You know what I'm saying? And shout out again for Trey Diggs for bringing the controversy out, right? He didn't and what I'm saying is go back and look at my IG. And for y'all that are not familiar with my IG, I did a post about it today. It's IG King Alajuwan 21, and you'll see it. And if you're on my Facebook, it's on my Facebook at Rise and Rise Academy as well. And it talks about if you're gonna go to church and do the things that's godly, then you probably should work out as well, because again, it's in your religious right to do so. It is your religious right to do so. So why did Jesus refer to his body as a temple? Well, John speaks of Jesus' body as the temple since that person dwelled from the fullness of God's nature. But he was speaking about the temple of his body, and this is for Christianity wise. For Christ is not only God-like, he is God in human flesh. Therefore, the temple being the body of Jesus points to that incarnation. So, yeah, you want to feed yourself the best and put yourself in God like in the human flesh. And what is that? Well, if God put the fruit here, if God put the vegetables here, then yeah, God put that here for you. I put that here for you. Why is the body the temple? Well, it's the place where God's people could be in his presence, preparing them to become that holy presence on earth. It's a crucial role when you're dwelling in humanity because, again, humans are flawed. So we're tempted and, there's hunger out here. There's different things that we're attempted to do. And again, we fall short because we're not perfect. But faith keeps you there as a reminder. Put the work behind that faith. What that means is continue to be authentically you and have that plan to set you forward from the religious standpoint. So without getting too deep in it, man, I'm gonna let y'all go. This was an amazing show. Make sure you guys share this out. Make sure you guys like. Make sure and if y'all want me to grow for real, y'all gotta hit this algorithm. Hit that like button, comment, share this out, and what that does, it helps build the algorithm out, because if you want to see more information like this come out, that's what helps it get out in the masses, and that's what enables me to create more content like this to give you guys the best of the best so you can grow too. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody needs that luxury. It's just like what JG said. It's luxury. I want to put this luxury content out for everybody, and I want to continue to do that. And to continue to do that, the metrics have to be there. The algorithm has to be there to continue to push this up to the forward, right? So make sure you share this out, like it, comment, continue to talk about it. And, follow us right here at the bottom. Again, Rise and Rise Academy, YouTube and Facebook, IG King Alajuwan 21. That concludes tonight's show. I appreciate y'all. The chickpeas are still here, something that God put here. And again, this is for protein. That's right. 25 grams of protein in 1 can of chickpeas. You can go get that anywhere. Harris Teeter has it. That's where I get mine from. You can get it from Food Lion, your local grocery stores. They have them. So that's what I like to promote. And I'm going to make sure that I continue to promote this for you guys. And tell me what type of content you would like to see, and I'll make sure I follow up and give y'all the best that I can. So again, when we're faced with an obstacle, what we do, y'all? We rise and rise.
See, talking about what we doing.